has played a big part in my life.
It relates to my own life. It's real music.
Country music is the soundtrack to my life.
life is just like a country song.
New Hit Country, Kick 106.7. Carroll Broadcasting presents high school basketball.
And we want to wish you a good evening here from Kuemper Catholic High School as we are ready for our doubleheader matchup between the Bishop Heelan Crusaders and the Kuemper Catholic Knights. You are listening to the Mackey Motors pregame show. Mackey Motors, you can find our roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. And we're also bringing you our coverage from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade in Carroll is helping athletes fuel, perform, and recover here this winter season. Tyler Bruner joining you here on this colder evening. And I'm joined by the one and the only Doug Wandiger here. Doug, you know, I think you have the honor this season of being my first color commentary guy of the season. And I appreciate it. I love having you on the mic.
Well, thank you, Tyler, and I think a lot of people would probably say they're really glad there's only one and only a me, and they warned me about you. They said they can't get anybody to work with you, and I said, well, I'll work with him. That can't be that bad. I'll be pretty good.
I was gonna say I'm gonna apologize in advance that you have to work with me. I mean, I know Jeff's a tough one to work with too, but you know.
Well, you know the game a lot better than he does, though. That's the key.
I wish I could say that. I'll tell you what, Doug. This matchup here for tonight is going to be an interesting one for both teams, especially for this girls team. And we'll start by talking about the girls teams since we got them up first here for tonight. Taking a look at the Crusaders of Bishop Heelan, these girls have gotten off to a really great start. 7-0 overall on the season, 4-0 in the Missouri River Conference, and they have 3 very strong wins on the season. A really good Lewis Central team that's second in the Hawkeye 10, a Cherokee Washington team that made the semifinals in last year's state tournament, and not to mention a Unity Christian team that won the whole thing last year. That was a close game for them. They won 77-7. So this Bishop Heelan team is something that we're going to have to watch out for because they got some talent coming back this season.
Yeah, and the other thing is they're young. You know, you got those notable wins that they've got on their resume already, but they're young. They, looking at them on the floor, I haven't seen them play, obviously, and I doubt you have either, but they look very, very athletic. And then, of course, going up against a Kuemper team that's, a little bit short in numbers again this year. And I'm not sure we've got all of our players tonight. I'm looking around, and I don't see Cora Thompson yet out on the floor. Maybe I'm just missing her. But, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Kuemper's won 3 ball games in a row and played really well as of late. The big addition is having Aquette Mellick back in the middle. She's already accomplished something like 30-some blocks already this year, which is almost unheard of, and she did that in like 4 ball games, I think, that she's been back. So it will be an interesting contest tonight. Kuemper's going to have a lot of things go their way to be in this thing, because obviously when you look at the record of Sioux City Heelan, that's no fluke. They've done it night in and night out, played very, very well. Got 2 really good ball players in the Stanley girl and also the Mies girl, both underclassmen, a sophomore and a junior. So Kuemper's going to have their hands full with these girls. But I think, if they give the right effort, who knows? That's why they play the game.
I agree with that statement. This is a Bishop Heelan team that Kuemper is going to they're going to have a tough time with. They have 3 or 4 girls coming into tonight shooting 40% from the field. In the long scheme of things, 46% doesn't feel like it's great, but I mean, you have 4 to 5 girls on this team, on this Bishop Heelan team, that can really do some damage from the field. So and they also the big thing that I saw comparing both of these teams is the rebound game. The rebound game for Bishop Heelan is not going to be as good as Kuemper's, at least statistically coming into tonight. Bishop Heelan only has 190 rebounds compared to Kuemper's 279, and I think that's all thanks to Aquette Mellick, like we've been talking about. Aquette coming into a season where she was coming with some injuries, and now she's coming back, I think, stronger than ever, off of a season last year where she led, I think, the state in blocks. I mean, just a phenomenal player underneath the basket. So I think that's what Tyler Tryon is going to really try to do here tonight, is utilize Aquette's ability to block shots and to create turnovers and create rebounds for Kuemper. And speaking of Kuemper, like you mentioned it, Doug, this Kuemper girls team is struggling a little bit from the beginning. They started off with that 4-game losing streak up against Bondurant, Farrar, Carroll, Denison, and Harlan. All very good teams in their own respects. And now they're on kind of a really good win streak that I would like to see from them. Red Oak, Atlantic, and Greene County. Those are 3 good wins. Granted, you're going to look at those records for those teams, and they're not as good as the other 4 that they lost to. But, even so, that's going to be a confidence booster for this Kuemper team coming into tonight's contest.
Well, when you start the season 0-4 and then you come back and get 3 in a row, that's going to make you feel a lot better about who you are. I talked a little bit or shared messages today with Coach Tryon, and he said one of the things they're going to really do is try to get out and play defense. I mean, they don't have great offensive stats, but the one thing about their team, they're small, but they're quick, and you can bring defensive intensity to every game. Doesn't matter who you play against. You can bring great defense in, and even in games that maybe you shouldn't be in, you can keep them close and at least give yourself a chance to compete with the other opponent here at the end of the ball game. And I think you're going to see them, possibly try to press a little bit tonight. Again, using the quickness that they have out front. So I think you're going to see the defensive intensity. And then, the other thing that Coach Tryon talked about is these girls just need to, take a little pressure off themselves and have fun playing the game of basketball. Play good team defense, talk a lot to one another, communicate, but have fun and stay loose. The ball's going to go in the hole a lot better too when you're a little bit loose. You put a lot of pressure on yourself, and it's just difficult to make the shot go in the hole at the key times.
And the strongest thing, I think, for this Kuemper girls, and I think you're right, they got some girls who are going to have some good breaks. We mentioned Catherine Mayhall, who has been just a stud, even last year when I watched her. Just quick on the floor, quick on her feet, is able to create those passing lanes, to get into that passing lane, and does a great job underneath the basket. I think the strongest thing for this Kuemper team coming into tonight is they have a little bit of a height advantage. You look at Franny Glenn, you look at Lauren Bell, who are both starting tonight at 5'10", and of course we mentioned Kuemper Malik, who's 6'3". I think that height advantage is going to work really well for maybe those long shots and for those layups. You can do some reverse layups. You can do some change-ups underneath the basket. So I think Kuemper's going to have not only the height, but like we said, the speed coming into tonight. They've always been a speedy team, and they've had some very close games already this season, some good games. They just need, I think, this will be, if they can win against Heelan tonight, knock them off, I think that's going to give them some great momentum going into tomorrow night against St. Albert here at home as well, and also going into that break. That's going to give these Knights a really great advantage. But again, they got to go up against a Bishop Heelan team that again knocked off Unity Christian, the defending Class 3A state champions.
Well, they can't get caught up in that stuff.
They can't.
That's the last thing they want to think about is who they've beaten. They just need to think about playing within themselves. Look at what their strengths are, and their strengths are quickness, play good defense, and then of course you got Malek inside, that height advantage that she's got. She's not only like 6'2", she's got really, really long arms, and she gets into the shot path of a lot of players who just don't anticipate it. And we've got to be ready to to defend, get a body on people on rebounds. Like you say, win the rebounding battle, because we're not going to win the shooting contest.
Right.
And then, Catherine, she's going to have a good ball game. Catherine is a coach's player. She's like a little quarterback on the field, just an outstanding basketball talent, knows the game, and I think she's really helped the other girls develop as well in their knowledge of the game. And that's a lot of basketball, is knowing where to be, when to be there, what your opponent's going to do, what your teammates are going to do. Gives you a big advantage for those teams that can play smart.
Absolutely, and as we get ready for the announcement of the starters, let's give you the starters here real quick before we get to a break. Starting for the visiting Bishop Heelan Crusaders, a sophomore, a 5'3" sophomore, it's Maddie Demke, a 5'8" junior in Lauren Peck, a 5'8" sophomore in Brooklyn Stanley, a 5'9" junior in Kenley Meese, and a 5'9" senior in Jocelyn Verzal. For the Kuemper Knights here for tonight, starting for them, it is a 6'3" junior in Kuemper Malik, a 5'6" junior in Catherine Mayhall, a 5'10" Aubrey Houghton, or 5'10" sophomore in Aubrey Houghton, a 5'9" sophomore in Lauren Bell, and a 5'10" sophomore in Franny Glenn. And as we get going with the announcements of these teams, we're going to take a break because apparently you're going to be playing the national anthem in the boys' game. So we're going to get to a quick commercial. We'll be back with more action from Kuemper here on Kick 106.7.
Mr. Casey Belzer and Mr. Kyle Mann.
And Newey Auto in Jefferson. We make your vehicle buying
Here's your starting lineups.
Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs.
At guard is sophomore number 1, Maddie Demke.
Our finance team will explain finance returns.
At guard, a junior number 5, Lauren Peck.
From our Oil Changes for Life program.
At guard is sophomore number 11, Brooklyn
We work to
Stanley.
keep your new vehicle going
At
longer.
guard, a junior number 15, Kenley Meese. And at forward is senior number 21, Jocelyn Verzal.
The regional leader in health Healthcare, dedicated
And
to
for your
improving the
Knights,
health of the people they
at
serve.
center at
St. Anthony
junior
Regional
number 0,
Cancer Center,
Quet
you'll find the
Malak.
convenience of cancer and oncology consultation.
At guard at junior number 2,
At St.
Catherine
Anthony
Mayhall.
you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that
At
can
guard,
provide
a
you
sophomore,
and
number
your families.
14, Aubrey
St. Anthony is devoted
Houghton.
to comprehensive healthcare.
At guard, a sophomore, number 23, Lauren Bell.
To the courts, always St. Anthony.
And a forward, positioning a sophomore, number 24,
People deserve more comfort,
Francis
efficiency, and
Glenn.
reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these
Thanks,
challenges,
everyone, for
whether
coming
we are
out tonight
designing a
and
new
supporting
system or
your
servicing
favorite
your
team.
existing
We
equipment.
encourage you
We
to
are a rapidly
positively
growing company that
encourage
strives to
those
meet
around
and
you to
exceed
do the
all your
same.
expectations. No matter if you
We
are looking to
appreciate
buy new
everyone's
appliances
cooperation.
or need the help
It'd be
from
a
one
much
of our
better game
certified
we can enjoy
technicians,
if we
we are
do
here
that
for you.
for
We
each
pride
other.
ourselves in our
Please
installation
join with
and
me.
service. Dries Company,
Moment of prayer
servicing
as
the
we
Carroll
thank God
area
for the
since
beautiful weather,
1933.
not only that we've been
Handle
having,
extreme hail
except for the other
conditions.
day.
Ours can. Check
and
it
this
out.
upcoming holiday season, that
Our
everyone
roof
stays
is stood up
safe,
to the test with 0
especially in their
damage.
travels.
For
Please
our
join with me in our
well,
Lord's Prayer.
theirs
In the name
did
of the
not.
Father, the
Is your
Son,
roof
and the
worn
Holy
out
Spirit.
or needs
Amen.
repair? Know
Our
that not
Father,
all roofers and
who art
shingles
in
are
heaven,
created equal.
be thy
If you
name.
need honest
Thy
feedback
kingdom
whether your
come,
roof needs to
thy
be
will be
repaired
done.
or replaced, get a second opinion. And
Give us
call the
this
Roof Pros
day
at Brinks Exteriors,
Forgive
920
us
Roof
our
Pro.
trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best
Amen.
full-service
In the name of the
scrap
Father, Son, and
facility.
Holy Spirit.
Whether you are looking to
Amen.
sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries,
Let's play some
or you
basketball.
need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself after you pull it. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
To friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Want to welcome you back here to Kick 106.7's coverage of Kuemper basketball. It's game number 1 of our doubleheader tonight between Bishop Heelan, the Crusaders, and the Knights of Kuemper. Tyler Brunner and Doug Waniger joining you here tonight from Kuemper High School. This is going to be exciting. And Doug, you mentioned something before we went to the break. Bishop Heelan, the number 1 team in Class 4A. Is that correct?
I believe it's 4A, but it might be 3. But we failed to announce that earlier. So, as you look at this team when they're out on the floor, Kuemper's got the height advantage. Both teams are very quick, but no bigger than Heelan is. I'm going to guess they get up and down the court really, really quick.
Absolutely. Maybe playing like a Noel Fonda. Of course, Quet Malik is going to have no pressure getting the tip-off. Shot is going to be up, no good. Rebound taken down in the first points. Lauren Bell is going to put it up and in, and Kuemper taking a 2-0 lead quickly.
Great lead pass by Mayhall down the floor. Caught the runner up and missed the original layup, but Bell got the rebound and put it up for 2.
Stanley will kick it outside to Demke. Demke's 3 on the way, no good from the right wing. Rebound will be taken down that time by Houghton. Here comes Mayhall, quick coast to coast. It's going to be knocked out of her hands, that time by Demke. But the ball is going to favor Bishop Heelan. That one's a little bit of a tough one because
I think it went off her foot.
I could have seen that. That one was a little, I didn't see the foot. I saw the player first and then I guess the foot. But here we go. This will be Bishop Heelan basketball. Half-court pressure this time from Kuemper, getting it all the way down the court. Waiting for the layup is going to be Lauren Peck for Bishop Heelan, and that'll be the first point for the Crusaders. We're tied at 2-2 here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, the Kuemper defense sleeping a little bit on that. They just threw over the top of them. Had the player in the deep, wide open, and for an easy 2 points.
Great inside pass that time from Mayhall. Short or long 2 on the way from Lauren Bell's up and no good. Rebound will be taken down by the Crusaders. Here comes Demke with that. Demke going to take it all the way, dribbling inside the arc and taking it back outside. She get it over to Peck. Peck will pass over left wing 3 on the way from Mies is up and no good. That'll be taken down by Kuemper. Captain Mayhall's pass is going to be intercepted, and a layup is up and good. That time from Brooklyn Stanley.
A rare mistake there by Catherine Mayhall. She didn't look for a player, and everybody kind of just disappeared. They need to keep an eye on where she's at and give her a little help.
The pass was intended for Malik, and it was just taken away. So now Crusaders with it, 4-2. 6:23 remaining here in quarter number 1. Mayhall's going to shoot for a 3. It's up and good! 3-pointer from the left perimeter. as that is going to be the lead change for Kuemper. They lead 5-4.
That's the way to break a zone. There it looks like kind of a 1-2-2 matchup zone, and Catherine just pumped it from three-point range and hit it.
Verzal gets it over to Stanley. Her three's up, no good. Ball is still kind of loose on the ground. It's picked up that time by Glenn. Glenn will get over to Mayhall. Mayhall back to Glenn. Back to Mayhall now on the left perimeter. More of a zone defense look from the Crusaders here. Backing up Mayhall to the baseline. They'll get it over back to Glenn, top of the key. Back over to Mayhall near the 10-foot volleyball line. Back to Glenn. Kind of a back and forth here. Almost taken away. Glenn keeps it. Three on the way from Houghton. It's up, no good.
Good looking shot by Houghton, just off the rim and down.
Rebound taken down by Meese. It'll be Stanley to take it down. More half-court pressure this time from Kuemper. Good look from them so far. Demke gets it over to Peck on the left corner, but a foul, it's traveling. Travel that time, so Kuemper will take over.
She faked herself out a little bit, went baseline on Glenn over there, and ended up with a travel, so the Knights get the ball back and leading in the ball game 5-4 with 5 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Great start so far for Kuemper. A little bit of mistakes here and there, but nothing they can't clean up here in this game. Mayhall will have it to the 10-foot line. Great pass to Houghton on the right block, but it's going to spin around and out. Rebound is fought for, and it's finally into the hands, this time, of Stanley for the Crusaders. Here comes Peck. Left block, floaters up no good as Quentin Malik is going to block that one.
Yep, and there she showed her presence. She came out of nowhere and easily swatted that ball away, and Glenn ended up with it.
Glenn Mayhall over that time to Bell as she's going to lose the ball. It's over to Meese. Long pass is over to Stanley, and she's going to lay it up and good. She has 4 unofficially.
You can quickly see how Sioux City Heelan, what they do to their opponents. They get down the court awfully quick.
So it's going to be intercepted again. That was Glenn trying to get it over to Mayhall. It's taken away by Stanley as Meese trying to take it down the court.
Going to be a foul on Franny Glenn, just not moving her feet enough to get in position.
So that'll be the Knights' first foul here tonight. Bishop Heelan leading at 6-5, 4:33 left, and that's the first foul with majority of the first quarter gone.
Carson Overmole, young freshman coming into the ball game, so a young team gets even younger.
Absolutely right. 3 on the way. It's going to be up and good. That's Lauren Peck draining a 3, and that's the Crusaders extending the lead to 9-5.
Kuemper's really sloppy with their passes right now. They've got to make sure they're a lot more crisp with them.
Mayhall has got some good looks inside the passing lane, but right now, like you said there, Doug, the passing is just a little bit sloppy there. Shots up no good for Kuemper, and it's going to be taken away this time. It is it is going to be Newberg up and good.
Sioux City's got 11 points, and all their baskets have come off of pressure type situations where they just get the ball up the court real quick. Very few set plays, any of that type of thing. They're running all the time, and Kuemper's going to have to pick up their game and just play a lot faster, or find a way to slow Sioux City down.
And Kuemper's played teams like this. They've played a Newell Fonda before. They've played teams that have these fast breaks, so they're understanding of what kind of defense Bishop Heelan's wanting to run. And like you said, Doug, they need to just get better passing as they trail, or Kuemper trails 11-5, 3:50 remaining. Mayhall will have it. Going to have a long pass this time over to Overmole. Overmole gets it inside, and it's loose on the ground. Overmole fighting for it. It's going to be a jump ball, and it will favor.
It's going to be Heelan's. We got the opening. That's a case where Carson's just got to be more aggressive going down on that ball. It was down on the floor, and she was real passive about going after it. You just got to hit the floor and dive for those loose balls when they're down there.
Demke coming into the contest, as well LaFleur for Heelan. Here comes a quick break from Demke, trying to find somebody. She's going to get inside, this time to LaFleur. LaFleur kicks it outside to Stanley. Her three's up, no good. Rebound fought for. It's just poked out of bounds, and it'll be Kuemper basketball.
Kuemper girls playing good defense there, got to box out a little bit, or they did end up getting the rebound as it went off of the Heelan player.
It's 11-5, 3:24 remaining here, quarter number 1. 1 foul each for each team. As here comes Carroll, shot is up, no good that time from Bell's. Good luck, just couldn't get it down. Rebound taken down by Bishop Heelan. Here's Demke with it, kicks it outside. This is Keel with it. Keel will get it over to Newberg. Newberg back over to Keel.
Kuemper hustling back on defense a lot better that time.
Newberg gets it up, shot is up, no good for Stanley, and a foul will be called.
Lauren Bell came over the top. It's her first foul.
So 2 for Kuemper, 1 for Bishop Heelan. Pretty low fouls so far as Brooklyn Stanley will go to the free throw line. She drains the first one. And Stanley on the season, from what I can see, is a 62% free throw shooter, so very proficient so far this season. Her second one is up, and it will rattle in. It's good. Stanley now with 8 points unofficially in this first quarter. Mayhall will take it down the court. She's going to be tied up this time by Demke. And she's tied up right inside the arc. She's got to fight for the basketball as it's loose on the ground. Jump ball is going to be called, and it's going to be favored for the Knights.
Yeah, Sioux City wants us to dribble into that trap, and we did exactly what they wanted to. We've got to make sure we pass the basketball against the zone defense. You can't dribble your way out of that.
It'll be Meese coming back into the contest. Stanley going to go back over to the bench. Schermerhorn also in the contest as well for Heelan.
We're getting the ball to the corner, and they're immediately setting that double team down there as we throw the ball away.
Ball's loose
on the inbound pass.
It's Heelan to pick up the steal. Here comes Meese with it. She's going to take it back outside the arc. It'll be over to Newberg. Newberg, long pass inside to the right block. That's Peyton Schermerhorn with the bucket.
Kuemper's intensity on defense has really got to pick up because this team is quick. You know, that ball went down on low, and we did not know where the basketball was at. We were turning around talking to each other, and the ball was already up for 2.
So timeout called on the floor. We are going to take it with them. Kuemper is trailing 15-5. We're back in 30 seconds here on Kick 106.7.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
15-5 in favor of Bishop Heelan here on Kick 106.7. Tyler Bruder, Doug Waniger joining you here tonight. And Doug, you mentioned it right before we came back. This Kuemper defense is kind of getting a little sleepy out there.
Well, we got to recognize this is a really quick team, and their game is getting up and down the court. And then the rest of their game on defense is they're all over you. So we're making sloppy passes, not looking to see where the defenders are at. We're just not real sharp yet, and we've got to pick that up. Just be quicker on both ends of the floor.
Don't forget also, coming up here after the second quarter, we got the Roseville Mutual halftime show. So we'll have that coming up next. We'll talk about this game and give you a kind of a rundown of what we've seen. Catherine Mayhall is going to pull up from the left perimeter. It's going to be up no good. Rebound will be taken down that time by Keel of Heelan.
That's going to be a double dribble.
It will be. So
she got it caught on her hip and then brought it down again, and she was going too fast to do anything about it.
So Kuemper will get it into the contest now for the Knights is Casey Peter. Peter trying to get the pass that time from Carson Overmole, but it was just out of her reach, falls out of bounds, and it'll be Crusader basketball.
Young girls haven't had a lot of experience, especially playing against defenses that play this quick.
A couple of Knights are going to come back into the contest. I see Glenn down there that'll come back in here in a few moments. Minute 45 remaining here in quarter number 1. Inside pass, it's loose on the ground, but it was Aquette Malik who was trying to grab that one, but it fell off her toe.
The girls playing a zone defense, the first thing the coach is probably going to talk to them about is getting their hands up. You know, make yourself as big as you can be. I see a couple of them out there with their hands down at their sides. Number 1 rule of zone defense is get your hands up.
So Houghton and Glenn will come back into the contest. Thought for the 3 that time was Verzal, but she's going to pass it up top. Here comes a 3 from Peck. Her shot's up, no good for the top of the key. Rebound taken down, that time by Casey Peter.
Nice, strong rebound by Casey. You like to see that.
It'll be a 3. Mayhall, it's up, no good. Rebound fought for Bishop Heelan. It'll be picked up that time by Schermerhorn.
Really nice job by the Kuemper offense, working the ball down and then back out to who was it on that? Catherine for a good look, just didn't get it to go down.
Here come the Crusaders. Long pass to the right corner to Demke. She's going to get it over back to Meese. Meese kicks it outside to Peck. Peck's 3 on the way. It's up, no good. Rebound, fought for, and brought down by the Crusaders.
Ball just didn't take the bounce that Kuemper needed it to.
Here comes Demke with it on the right wing. She bounce passes it over to Peck. Peck this time over to Meese. Meese left corner to Verzal. 41 seconds remaining. Here comes Peck with it.
Much better defensive effort this time by the Knights.
Inside bounce pass that time to Verzal on the right block. It's going to be up no good. Rebound will be taken down by Franny Glenn. Here comes Catherine Mayhall with it. 28 seconds remaining. More of a zone defense again, this time from Bishop Heelan. Glenn will get it over to, Houghton will get it over to Glenn. Glenn fighting for the basketball. It's up and loose. It's going to be taken away by Schermerhorn, who gets it over to Meese.
And it took her about 2 seconds to dribble the ball down the court, drive to the hole, and dish it back out for an easy three-point shot that didn't go down.
Demke's three's on the way up, no good. Put back by Schermerhorn's going to be up and no good again. And it'll be out for Kuemper will take over off the turnover.
You know, Kuemper's down 15-5. They got 4.5 seconds to try to get a shot off here at the end of the first quarter.
So they got to get some girls, I think, closer to that half-court line. I mean, they got some support here with Mayhall, but now Mayhall's going to have to fight this time with Stanley. 2 seconds on the board. Mayhall's got to pull it from a long three. It's going to be up and no good. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Kuemper holding off for a little bit towards the end there, but they trail 15-5 here in the first quarter. We head to the second here in 1 minute on Kick 106.7.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle center. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaning container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team. Because together, everyone achieves more.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season.
Quarter two.
Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Possession. Here we go.
Back here live on Kick 106.7 from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Tyler Bruner, Doug Wendiger joining you here. Second quarter between Heelan and Kuemper. Shot's going to be up no good for Meese. Rebound fought for by Kuemper, but it's going to be taken away from Heelan off the, keeping it inside, I should say, from Kuemper. This is going to be Meese with it. Bounce pass to the left block inside the Verzal. Kicks it outside to Demke. Fought for that time by Houghton, but it's going to be picked up again by Heelan.
Yeah, they just work an inside-out game. They're not challenging Malek at all. They're driving deep and pushing it back out and looking for the three-point shot.
Stanley with it, packs it back up top to Peck. Here comes Meese with it, back up top to Peck. So
Good
Stanley,
defensive effort by Kuemper on this possession.
Stanley to Peck to Demke, or excuse me, over to Meese. Meese inside pass to Stanley. Stanley's going to go for a float shooter. It's up no good. Malik fighting for the rebound, and it'll be Kuemper basketball.
Coach Tryon's really got to be happy with that defensive possession. The intensity picked up significantly, and then they went in and they did challenge Malek a little bit on that particular possession and came up empty, and a nice rebound by Kuemper.
We'll also have a couple of score updates here in a few moments on Kick 106.7 from our other contests tonight. Here come the Knights. It is going to be Mayhall wisely keeping control of that ball. She's going to kick it over to Glenn. Glenn's going to go, or trying to inbound pass to Quet would be my guess, but I'm not too sure.
Shooting it. I think she was shooting it. Just went off of her hands and out of bounds. So Kuemper turns it back over to the Sioux City Heelan girls.
So 6:47, quarter number 2. Roseau Mutual halftime show coming up following this quarter.
Kuemper in a 2-3 zone, rotating a lot better here than they were earlier in the ball game.
Left corner three is going to be up and no good for Stanley. Rebound. That time taken down by Casey Peter. Long pass that time. Queck's got to fight for it on the floor.
That was a great lead pass by Catherine Mayhall, but our girls up the floor weren't looking for the ball, and as a result, it goes out of bounds. Kuemper does maintain possession.
So it'll be Kuemper basketball. They're down 15-5. Long pass trying to get it over to Akut Malik, but it's taken away by Stanley. So Stanley will come down with it. Coast-to-coast shot is blocked that time by Akut Malik.
Yep, she's going to draw the foul on Malik. She reached. All she needed to do was go straight up, and she'd have hammered that into the wall. But as it was, she draws her first foul. And going to the line will be number 11.
So Brooklyn
Stanley, who's got 8 points already in the ball game, averaging 13 coming in.
First shot is up and good, and while Stanley waits for that second shot to go, score update from the IKM Manning game as they go up against Loma. Mabel Langle with 4 points on 2 assists by Bianca Cadwell, and IKM Manning trails Loma 18-9 after the first quarter. Second shot up and good for Stanley, so Bishop Heelan will extend their lead now to 17-5.
So here's another case right there where the Heelan girls are all over us when we inbounds that basketball. We've got to make sharp passes and receive it strong so that we can maybe draw the foul when they try to do those things.
So they're going to try to inbound pass Bishop Heelan now with some half-court pressure as they're going to have a takeaway. Stanley, shots up no good from the left block. Fight for the rebound, grabbing it that time. Great awareness that time from Franny Glenn to grab it. And now Kate Mayhall will take it, Long pass over the head that time of, it was going to be intended for Casey
Kate would like to have that one back because she let that go and it kind of took off with wings.
So Crusaders take over off the turnover, 17-5. To 6 minutes in quarter number 2. We have same thoughts, Doug. I love it. Have the same thoughts. Here we go. Demke with it. Demke, ball's loose, but she's going to pick it up once again. Kicks it over to Meese on the left wing. Passes it back up top to Demke, almost taken away by the Crusaders. Right block over to Meese, or Meese now with it on the left block, I should say.
Good hustle by Casey
on the right corner. That's up no good. Rebound strongly taken down by Glenn.
Yeah, good hustle by the Kuemper girls on that defensive stand.
Houghton trying to get it inside to Malak. It's up, no good. Good luck that time, though, from Malak from the right block. Just no good. A long pass. Stanley fighting for it. Blocked that time from Aquette.
Good hustle down court. Aquette came all the way down the court and got inside, swatted that one away as Sioux City makes several changes.
Got to say, I'm impressed with the look that Aquette had that time. They do, I should say, Heelan takes in LaFleur, who I think is the closest in height. LaFleur's 6'1", so they're trying to go height for height now time. LaFleur with it. She is going to go to the
big foul because that's the second one on Malek.
So Aquette will draw her second. That's the Knights' fourth here in this one. Looks like the first one on her, as the board says. And also Casey Peter with 1. So now the Knights with 4 compared to Bishop Heelan's 2.
I'm not sure who they called that one on because Aquette had a foul earlier.
I'm not too sure then. So 4 and 2 as LaFleur misses her first free throw. She'll get another chance. The second one's up and good. So LaFleur will extend the Crusaders' lead to 18-5. Long pass that time from Mayhall. She'll get it over to Bell. And it comes off the foot that time of Demke. Mayhall not traveling on the floor. Good from her that time as shots up no good from Malik. But it's going to be Glenn with the rebound. And a timeout. So timeout called. Timeout will be called on the floor. We will take it with them as we'll be back here in 30 seconds on Kick 106.7. And it's the Knights trailing 18-5.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare.
The older people, older
stage of life, always look for the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Back here live on Kick 106.7. Tyler Bruder, Doug Wendiger joining you here tonight. And here in the building today, Kara Peter is here tonight. Didn't even notice that, but Kara Peter's here.
Came to watch her little sister play ball. And
absolutely, has a big three from Aubrey Houghton.
Yeah, Kuemper, I was just getting to say, we'd been on about an 8-minute dry spell where we hadn't gotten even as much as a good look at the basket, and she comes out and knocks down a three-pointer to close the gap to 10 at 18-8.
Hopefully a big momentum shift here. Houghton again driving that three from the right corner. Heelan now with it. Here's Demke. Kicks it over this time to Stanley inside. Kicking it back outside to Newberg as her three's up no good. Rebound will be taken down by Franny Glenn. Here come the Knights. A long pass to Houghton on the right block, but she has it blocked away. That's Meese on the block.
Yeah, good hustle by Meese from the offensive end to the defensive end, transitioning from one to the other. Came flying down there and blocked that away. 4:27 left here in the second quarter, 18-8 now. Sioux City with Kuemper inbounding from under their own basket.
I'll say this much. I think Kuemper's trying to go a little bit speedy-wise. It's Heelan draws another three. It's up no good. It'll be taken away this time by Meese. Meese is going to try to go coast to coast. Right block floater is up and good.
That situation's not going to make Coach Tryon happy. She out-hustled with the basketball our girls all the way down the court and beat them down. Of course, she went coast to coast.
More half-court pressure as Mayhall's going to take it. Trying to take it herself there. She'll get it to Aquette as she loses sight of the basketball. She's got to fight for it now on the floor. And it'll be a jump ball favoring Kuemper.
Great idea there by Kate Mayhall. Drove to the right baseline. Aquette was rolling to the basket, just couldn't make the connection on the pass.
You can tell that, Catherine and the Knights really want to play to the speed of Bishop because they're doing a lot of full court or half court passes to try to get to the basket quicker. As we have a shot up, no good, blocked. That was Casey Peter fighting for that one. It's going to be Meese to take it down for the Crusaders. She jumps on the block, but she will travel.
Yep, official was right on that and made a good call.
So it's 20-8 right now. Bishop Heelan, and you got to give at least the Knights some credit. Keeping Heelan down to 20 points in this first half right now is pretty good so far.
Yeah, all in all, they played a lot better defense in that second quarter. They started a little bit slow, but now we've just got to get a lot crisper with our offensive passing. Girls got to receive the ball strong and go up strong with shots. We're kind of throwing them up as we get a drive to the basket.
So it was Mayhall getting it inside that time to Casey Peters. She went up for the shot, and, well, she will go to the free throw line for two. Casey Peter on the season, 50%, has only attempted 4 free throws, but she made 2. And we'll see if she can make this one. Nope, bounces right off the front of the rim, and she'll get another one.
A couple substitutions in for the Crusaders. They really want to keep their lineup fresh. They do a lot of substituting because they're going to get up and down the court.
That was something I noticed too, looking at their lineup. They now have Schermerhorn back into the contest, that 6'1" player for them. Second shot is up, no good for Casey Peter. And driving down the court this time will be Keel for Heelan. Shot is up for Peck from the left wing. It's up, no good. Rebound taken down by Peter. Peter will take it down this time. She's got to find somebody. She, this time, is going to find Bell.
Great defensive position by the Crusaders there as Bell turned to make it, and she didn't have anywhere to go, and she ended up traveling.
So turnover for the Knights. It will now be Heelan basketball, 20-8.
Demke's quite the little quarterback out there. She keeps the ball moving.
Here comes Peck with it, gets it inside to Schermerhorn, kicks it back outside to Newberg, who's into the contest. Schermerhorn fighting for it, back outside to Newberg on the left corner now to Peck. Peck gets it inside the lane. That is going to be Schermerhorn with 2.
Yeah, she went right up over Malek and got the 2 points.
Mayhall with it now, tied up with 2 players. She gets it over to Peter. Peter driving inside the lane, but it's going to be blocked that time easily by Schermerhorn.
She made a nice drive to the middle. She worked herself to an open position for a shot. She probably should have taken that one.
22-8 Heelan. Here comes Peck with it, long pack to Peck, I should say. That is going to be Newberg. Back to Peck, back to Newberg on the left wing. Kicks it outside to Demke on the top of the key. Demke,
hands up,
bounce pass over to Schermerhorn. And it's going to be taken away. Mayhall with the takeaway. Mayhall one-on-one. Her shot's up, no good. Rebound taken down by Houghton. Rebound, a shot is up, no good that time from Bell.
It's going to be a foul over the top, I believe, on Aubrey Houghton.
That's a tough one, and it will be.
Good hustle play, but
absolutely,
it just went over the back of the Crusader.
You could see that the Knights really were fighting well with that basketball, playing well and communicating well, seeing who's where and boxing out. They just need a lot more of that.
I got to wonder if the trend that Kate Mayhall is trying to start there with different colored shoes, if that's going to catch on or not. I don't think I've ever seen that before. One black and one white shoe.
I've seen it a little bit from some of the guys, especially I think over at Paint Shannon, they had a couple of guys who are wearing some different colored shoes. So we'll see. I kind of like it. As Heelan with it right now. This is Keel. Gets it over to Peck, back to Keel. Kicks it outside, ball's on the ground. It'll be over to Newberg. Newberg back up top to Demke. Demke to Newberg. On the left wing, Newberg back up top to Peck. Or should be to Peck now, who drives inside, shots up, no good. Rebound.
Nice rebound.
Will be taken down by Bell. Bell's going to try to take it herself. She's kind of trapped that time on the baseline as it's kicked out by Heelan. He'll stay with Kuemper.
Yeah, she's got to look up. She had girls open in front of her, and the defenders were coming at her, and she wasn't looking at them, and they knocked it out of bounds. Fortunately, it was off of one of the Heelan players, and we maintained possession.
Peck and Keel for Heelan coming on out of the contest. Mayhall, though, It is going to
Be a foul.
Be a foul.
Yeah, she bumped Kate. It was right at the half-court line, right in the corner at the half-court, and she bumped Kate over, caused her to be an over and back situation, but it was actually a foul.
Great inside pass. What a smart one that time by Overmole. Shot is up and good as it rattles home for Kuemper.
Brandy Glenn on a nice pass from Kate Mayhall right at the free throw line to put it up for 2.
So 22-10, you can now make it 24-10. Again, Heelan extends it.
Again, Heelan flies up the court with the basketball, and they just plain beating and out-hustling Kuemper as we got away with a travel there.
Yeah, that was Stanley for Heelan with the points. Mayhall pulling up from about 17 foot. It's up and good.
Kate dribbled to the baseline, put it up, scored the 2-pointer.
Some quick scoring now for Kuemper, breaking some of those long scoring droughts. 24-12, 53 seconds now in this second quarter. Pump fake that time from Heelan, kicks outside, driving in, ball is loose.
Malek needs to work on getting those hands up because she can just be so much more imposing with her hands up as opposed to down by her side. I mean, she takes up so much space, she's going to cut off a lot of passing lanes across that court if she's able to do that.
Heelan turns it over to Kuemper, 43 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2, 24-12. Mayhall with it as she's trapped, trying to get it to somebody. She will get it over that time to Overmole. Overmole bounce passes it over to Bell. Bell back to Overmole. Free thrower in the side of the lane. Shooter up, no good. Rebound pinballed around and finally taken down by Schermerhorn.
Big, strong rebound.
Pass to Mies. Mies going to try from 3 from the left wing. It's up, no good. Rebound will be taken down by Demke. 15 seconds.
Get your hands up, girls. Let's play tough defense here for 10 seconds. Let's come out of this without a bucket.
Final shot, I believe, will be for Heelan. Here comes Mies with it. Mies pass over to Stanley, who's going to try from 3. It's up, no good. Rebound taken down, but they don't have enough time. Kuemper does not have enough time to shoot that final shot. And that's going to be the half, 24-12 in favor of Heelan. And we'll be back with the Roselle Mutual halftime show. That is coming up next, right here on Kick 106.7.
Working as a team to achieve success is the only way towards victory. Hi, this is Kelly Danner. Having teammates that have your back isn't just for game day. It's important when it comes to your insurance coverage too. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with a winning lineup of quality insurance no matter what your needs are. Give us a call today at 792-4525 for your commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
Yep, you get the tall one.
This is Iowa, and Avelo Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avelo Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avelo Bank, member FDIC.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
One of the best kept secrets in Carroll is JP Flooring. I was looking to replace the floor in a couple rooms at home. It can be super overwhelming with all of the options available. I popped by JP Flooring and was super surprised and impressed with the showroom and selection. I had no idea how extensive their product lines were. They have a designer on staff to help me narrow down what I was looking for. When you change your floors, it changes the whole character of a room. I used their product visualizer and could literally see in advance what the styles would look like in my room. I totally recommend JP Flooring.
Family owned and operated since 1948. Quad Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, They have what you need, and if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself after you pull it. Want Auto Salvage. We sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Started with the Avela team today. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
And we welcome you back here to Kick 106.7's coverage of Kuemper basketball here for tonight, as it is time for the Rosa Mutual halftime show. Rosa Mutual, proud sponsor of tonight's halftime show. They are your partner, your teammates for home, farm, auto, and commercial insurance needs. And of course, if you give them a call, you might get a guy called Jeff Honnold. I don't know if I would trust him. No, I'm just kidding. Jeff Honnold, a great guy that works with us here, of course, at the radio station, is a great help over at Rosa Mutual Insurance. At the halftime here for tonight, 24-12 in favor of Bishop Heelan. Of course, Doug Weniger joining me here tonight. Not that surprised of the outcome, but I am surprised at this point that Kuemper has held them off to 24 points. You know, it could have been a lot worse with that style of offense and defense that Bishop Heelan likes to play. Kuemper has a chance, but what needs to be better, Doug, in that second half for Kuemper to even have a shot here tonight?
You know, it sounds crazy to say they got to play better defense because they've only given up 24 points, but the reality of it is Heelan has missed a ton of three-point shots where they had really good open looks, and Kuemper's just got to be stronger with the basketball. They've got to be stronger defensively. Offensively, we're not a real good shooting team. We're shooting about 40% for the year, according to the stats. Tonight in that first half, we've got probably 4 made baskets. I think 2 of them were three-pointers. So we've got 4. We're probably shooting about 10% or less in that first half. So we've got to shoot the basketball a lot better and just take better care of the basketball. We're really sloppy with it on passes, kind of lazy over the top passes, not anticipating how quickly this team is going to play defense. I mean, they're going to be there. When you make the pass, they're going to be there to take the ball away. And we just got to be a lot more aggressive with the basketball.
I agree, you know, and I think Catherine Mayhall has had the right idea when it comes to those rebounds. You get that rebound, and for Heelan at least, they're getting that rebound, and they have either 1 or 2 players already on the other half of the court. They are hustling all night long, and Kuemper, I think, is trying to match that. But I think Kuemper needs to just play the style of offense that they know how to play. They need to play with some aggressiveness going inside the paint. They need to maybe pass it outside a couple of times. Aubrey Cutin, of course, getting hot from the three-point line here tonight. And just get back to the style that they like to play. It's quick. It's aggressive. That defense has been good at times. They've had some good looks against this team or against this Heelan team tonight. And again, both teams are having some struggles shooting. So Kuemper can get better shooting, can continue to be aggressive on defense, and they might have a shot here tonight.
Yeah, both teams are shooting the basketball very poorly tonight. I would bet the shooting percentages for both teams are under probably 25%, maybe a little better than that for Heelan, but not much because they've missed a lot of three-pointers. But, you know, again, hustle, getting up and down the court. I think there was 3 or 4 times when a girl dribbled the ball from one end of the court to the other and dribbled it past our players as they were coming up the court. You can't let that happen. You have to hustle back on defense, get in position, and be prepared to stop that. So you can match the intensity on defense, but offensively, you want to be intense. But we don't have to play a fast ball game. If we can slow this thing down a little bit, move the ball better, and take better care of the basketball on the offensive end, and then move the ball inside out, get those shots that we want from the perimeter, whether it be from the Houghton girl, Lauren Bell, or if it's Catherine Mayhall. But we got to be able to take care of the ball, catch the ball inside, and then move it back out. And we're really struggling, just controlling the basketball, offensively. A lot of turnovers, and probably not some of the best shots. Our shot selection hasn't been that good either. But again, when you're playing against a defense like we're playing, you're probably not going to get a lot of good looks. So you got to take advantage of the ones that you get.
Another reminder here for tonight, we are live streaming this game. We have our video broadcast powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids right now up on our YouTube channel. So all you got to do there is search 1380 KCIM in YouTube, and you'll be able to find the live stream link right now. We got the girls game going on. We'll have the boys game coming up after the fact. And also you can find the links posted to our Facebook pages. Halftime stats for both of these teams. For the Bishop Heelan Crusaders, Lauren Peck with 5 points unofficially. Brooklyn Stanley, their leader right now with 12 points. Kenley Mees with 2 points. Peyton Schermerhorn with 4, and Lauren LaFleur with 1. For the Kuemper Knights right now, Catherine Mayhall leading the team with 7 points. Aubrey Houghton draining a 3-pointer in that second half, and Lauren Bell also has 2 points as well. So if you're Kuemper, if there's one person you kind of want to watch out for, I think there's 2 main ones right now that Kuemper is kind of struggling against. It's Stanley with the scoring, and I think Schermerhorn just with the height. Schermerhorn came into the contest a little late in the first quarter, if I remember correctly. It's a good matchup for Quet Malik, so they're going to have to watch out for the blocking potential and the rebound potential of Schermerhorn, but also the scoring potential of Stanley.
Yeah, they've got, a handful of girls. I mean, they mix it up a lot. I mean, Peck's averaging probably about 10 points a game, a little bit 10.5 maybe. Stanley's been their leader at 13.5. They got another one here that's probably at about 13 points per game, and then a bunch of them with 33, 34, 35, 36 points scored this season. They don't have the averages written down, but, they got a lot of girls that can contribute.
I will say this much, though. With it being 24-12 right now, and just the way that Kuemper's been playing the last couple of games, surprising that this Heelan team was able to take on Unity Christian and win. I mean, obviously we've seen the quick style of offense that they can bring to the table and the defense that they have, but scoring-wise, it's quite a surprise that they were able to get past Unity Christian and even Cherokee Washington.
Well, their thing is they take a lot of shots, and I'm looking on the season, they're only shooting 30% from the three-point line,
Right.
So it's not like they're a good shooting team, but they create so many shots just simply because they hustle so much.
Absolutely. Once again, we also have our Mackey Motors post-game show coming up following this contest. We will, I think we're talking with Coach Tryon, one of his players, at either halftime of the boys game or afterwards, after this game. I gave him the invitation for both, so I guess we'll wait and see. But we'll have him up, as well as another player coming up again with the Mackey Motors post-game show. Fun new ropes at Mackey Motors in Lake City. It's the end of our Real Zone Mutual halftime show. We are going to keep it here because we are ready for the second half of this ball game. Again, Kuemper's got to come out with some intensity to start off this quarter.
Yeah, they just got, they got to be, they've got to hustle up and down the court to keep themselves in it. But like I said, hopefully on offense, establish something where they can, pass the ball around and get better open looks instead of having to rush shots and that sort of thing. Eventually, they're going to find it if they just keep moving the basketball. But again, be more aggressive in the offensive game.
And they got to watch out for those passes. I mean, Catherine Mayhill's going to look to go down court pretty quickly. So the Kuemper girls need to watch. When they go on the side of the court, they need to be watching for that basketball. As we get going here, Heelan is going to keep control or get control of the basketball. Right shot is blocked. Quet Malik blocks Meese, and we'll give the Kuemper Knights the basketball. Catherine Mayhall with it. More zone defense this time from Kuemper.
Heelan coming out in an extended 1-2-2 type of half-court trap as they knock the ball out of bounds.
Yep, so Kuemper will keep control of it. Great passing so far here. This is going to be a turnaround. Bell getting it outside of Houghton. Ball's loose. It's going to be picked up by Bell. She's going to have to turn around and shoot it. It's up no good. And it is going to be Meese, who's on the ground right now, grabbing her head. Shots up no good from Mayhall. It'll be a rebound that time by Stanley. Stanley with it. Left block floaters up no good, and it'll count.
And it's going to be a foul on Catherine Mayhall. Catherine hustling back, just got a piece of the hand. It's the girl went up for a layup. She got the good roll as it went in.
So it looks like Meese is going to come out of the contest. She came down, grabbing her head there. I think she's going to come out of her own power. She takes her head, so thankfully Meese is good. I don't know exactly what happened there, but she came down gripping her head that time. So coming in for her, it's going to be Jada Newberg.
And Stanley again on upping her leading score for the night to 15 points with the made free throw.
So the 2 and 1 for Stanley is going to be good. 7:11 remaining, 27-12 for the Knights. Mayhall trying to take it down. It is close, but Houghton should get over to Houghton, blocked out, as are getting a piece of that basketball that time. It's going to be Newberg.
Again, there was another case of just a real slow, kind of a lazy pass. You can't do that against this team. They're way too quick, and you can't broadcast your passes. You've got to move the basketball, and you can't look, where you're throwing it, you can't look it down because they're going to be there.
And there's
another
one
case.
right there as Bell is going to be able to keep control of it. Tries to get it inside. I don't know if that was the best option. Trying to get it inside to Glenn with two Bishop Heelan defenders right there. And Heelan will call it a turnover and grab control. Here comes Peck with it. Peck up top to Demke. Demke gets it off to Stanley. Stanley drives into the paint. Tries to bounce pass it. It's taken away, ripped away almost by Bell.
Good job there by Bell. Played good defense. Picked the ball up and we're dribbling into that press and Catherine gets away from it.
Mayhall to Glenn as it's going to get, or try to get back over to Mayhall. It's knocked out of bounds by Stanley, and Kuemper keeps control of it.
Yeah, we're throwing it down into the corner, and we're immediately trying to come back to about a third court there at the timeline, and they're ready for that pass every time.
Here comes Mayhall from the free throw line. It's up and good.
Nice dribble penetration and jumper by Kate Mayhall.
Here comes Heelan with it. Peck trying to get to the left corner. Bounce pass, a really good bounce pass outside to Newberg. She gets it back up top to Demke. Demke to Newberg on the right wing. Newberg can take it back up top of the key. She kicks it over to Peck on the left wing. Peck inside pass to Stanley. She's going to try. It's almost ripped away by Bell. But
it looked like a really nice block by Bell, but she said the official said she got her on the arm. And it's going to be a shooting foul.
Oh, it was interesting, too, because Bell really didn't move. She just kind of went, it's my ball now.
Yep. He called her for a reach, which could have been.
So it's Stanley shooting two for Bishop. Heelan, first one's going to rattle out. It's no good. We'll stay at 24-17 for the time being.
It's a very low-scoring ball game for a team that plays the way that Sioux City Heelan plays.
Shot is up and good as it spins around quite a few times. Goes up and in. Heelan with it. Pass is going to be knocked away again. And again, it was Mayhall trying to get it over to Houghton. I understand it, but you have a Heelan team that all night long has been doubling up on your players. You can't get a pass like that.
You know that, and you can't stand and wait for the ball either. You got to go catch the basketball, and that's part of the issue that we've got tonight. There's probably the best entry pass we've had, and it ended up with a good shot. Unfortunately, we missed the basket.
Glenn's going to throw it over the hoop that time. Here comes Heelan with it, taking it all by her lonesome. It's going to be Meese, but it's going to be kicked outside. Here's Peck with the three from the left corner. It's up no good. And rebound taken down that time by Stanley. Stanley trying to get it over that time to Verzal as it falls out of bounds. It'll be Kuemper basketball.
Nice job, Kate Mayhall, dropping down from the top of the key there to come back and play defense there and knock that ball off the Sioux City Heelan player as we inbound it, and Kate brings the ball up the court against that 1-2-2 zone press.
Houghton will get it, almost dragging. She did drag that that pivot foot. Shot's going to be up and good for Franny Glenn.
Nice job by Franny Glenn on that play.
You could hear the Bishop Heelan fans right below us. They're like, and we agree with that. That was probably a travel. And ball's going to be knocked around there, and that's Bell with the takeaway. Ball's on the ground still, and Bell's trying to fight for it, but it's going to be taken away again by Heelan. That's Newberg with it. Gets it all the way over to Verzal. Kicks it over to Stanley, who's going to put it up and in.
Yes, it didn't bother her at all that Malek was right in her face. She put it up in two for game-high 18th point.
Another big one. It's taken a one.
Better job there of Houghton to go to get the basketball. She didn't wait for it to come.
Exactly. You got to go towards that one, especially against this Heelan team. Glenn will have it now. She kicks it over to Houghton, all the way over to Mayhall again, almost taken away. Mayhall kicks it over to and is going to be taken away though. Glenn, or try to get over to Glenn, taken away by Stanley. Free, or the layup is up and good. Stanley with more points. Make that 20 for her already.
They're jumping every passing lane, Tyler. We just have to anticipate that that's going to happen.
Anticipate it's going to happen and come to the basketball. Great job that time by Bell to grab it, but it's poked away, taken away by Demke. Demke's going to try to take it all the way. It's knocked loose by Mayhall as she couldn't notice it quick enough.
Yeah, that's a case there where the ball's on the floor and a couple of Kuemper players just kind of watched it roll out of bounds after we had knocked it loose, so it's going to be Sioux City's basketball.
Houghton will come on out. It'll be Overmo coming back into the contest. A couple of substitutions as well for Heelan. So we got Meese back in the contest, Schermerhorn's back in, and we have Newberg still out there as well.
That's going to be an offensive foul on number 31 backing into Malek, yep.
Interesting, okay. So 31, that is Lauren LaFleur, it looks like.
She just put her feet down and just started shoving.
So that'll be foul number 2 here for Heelan on the second half. Here comes Glenn with it. Glenn getting it over to Overmo. Overmo's going to try for a hook shot. It's up no good. Rebound will be taken down by Heelan. That is Newberg grabbing it. Here comes Stanley with a free and open shot. It's up and good. 3:48 remaining, quarter number 3, 34-16 Heelan, and that is going to be a travel for Overmold.
Carson just got a little bit ahead of herself. Again, Heelan's, opened this thing back up a little bit. They've outscored us, 10-4 here in the third quarter as Kuemper calls a timeout. And that's probably what Coach Tryon's going to talk about.
Exactly right. So timeout called by Kuemper. We are going to take it with them as we will return in 30 seconds. Kuemper is trailing this one 34-16 in quarter number 3. We're back in 30 seconds on Kick 106.7.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Back here live on Kick 106.7. Tyler Bruno, Doug Waniger joining you here tonight. Quick score update from our other contest on KKRL. IKM Manning taking on Loma. At the halftime, it's Loma up 28-17 over the Wolves of IKM Manning. Mabel Lango with 6 points, 2 rebounds unofficially. Macy Doyle, 3 points, 4 steals. Bianca Cadwell with 3 points, 2 assists. And Megan Williams with 3 points and 3 rebounds. Again, that one is over on 93.7 KKRL. Here on Kick, it's the third quarter as Kuemper Catholic is down 34-16 against one of the better teams in Class 4A. It's Bishop Heelan. And Coach Tryon just kind of directing some traffic here as we get going. Heelan with control. Mies will kick it over to Newberg. Newberg back over to Stanley on the right wing. Stanley going to try to take it inside. Zone defense from Kuemper working so far. Here comes Mies with it. Kicks it over to Keel. Back to Mies. Back up top to Stanley.
If you watch them pass the basketball, a lot stronger with their passes. They go receive the ball, and they don't dribble very often.
Stanley kicks it outside to Mies. Mies bounce pass to Keel on the left perimeter. It'll be over again to Stanley on the right corner, or on the right side of the court. Bounce pass to it was LaFleur that time. Shots up, no good. Rebound will be taken down by Glenn.
He's got a good number of rebounds tonight.
It's been a good rebounding night for Kuemper. Just need those scores to come with it. Off of the foot that time of Mies, it'll stay Kuemper basketball.
2:48 left here in the third quarter. 34-16 now, Heelan over the Knights.
So Kuemper is holding Heelan to a good 34 points. Mayhall's going to try from 3. It's up no good from the left wing.
Pete rushed that one a little bit. I think she'd like to have that one back as Heelan again flies up the court.
Stanley will get the long pass. She kicks it outside. This time to Keel as she tries from 3 from the left wing. It's up no good. Rebound taken down by Mies. Back outside this time to Keel. Keel over to Mies. Mies back to Keel. Keel inside pass to Stanley. Kicks it outside to Schermerhorn, or excuse me, over to Newberg. Left corner, it is Keel driving inside, kicks it outside to Stanley. Stanley tries from the right block, but it is going to be blocked by Aquette Malik.
Actually, I think Franny Glenn might have got a hand on
there we go.
Yeah, I think they were both there, but I think Franny actually knocked that out of bounds. And Heelan's going to have it out of bounds into their own basket.
34-16, 2:14 remaining here in quarter number 3. She gets it inside.
Good job by Kate Mayhall.
But it's a takeaway.
And then we throw it away.
Take it away and a throwaway, as they'll say it's going to stay with Kuemper, but just a little bit of some sloppy handling of the ball that time from Kuemper. No, it's going to be Bishop.
I don't think he was quite sure what he wanted to call, but it was one of those plays where there's 4 girls standing and it just happened literally right in front of his eyes. He really didn't have a good look at it.
Absolutely. It's always tough. Those ones are tough to call. Long pass inside this time to Demke. Demke will get it over to Stanley. Stanley over to Mies. Left block floater up, no good, but it's going to be a rebound. Will be taken down that time by LaFleur, and LaFleur will be going to the free throw line.
Yeah, that foul is going to be on Peter Casey. But she picked up that foul, tried to make a nice play on the basketball, but where it started was something that I've noticed, the last several times down the court is we're not boxing out. If you box out, you get that inside, you don't give up that offensive rebound, and thus you don't give up the defensive foul after they get the offensive rebound.
LaFleur will drain the first of 2 free throws. Her second one is going to be up and good. So LaFleur now with 3 points unofficially tonight for the Crusaders. Mayhall pushing it down the court. She's going to get it over to Overmole. Overmole almost had it taken away, passing over to Peter. Peter's got to pass it outside. She gets it over to Overmole. Nope, it'll be Mayhall picking up the loose basketball. Mayhall tied up now. It's just a long pass to Houghton, who's able to grab it, but she's tied up on the baseline on the corner.
It was really a nice job by Houghton. She was trapped in the corner by 2 Heelan defenders. Somehow got that pass underneath and then back to Kate as she was cutting to the basket, and ended up drawing the foul.
So Stanley will pick up her second here for tonight. And they will have one, and they'll have one. So it's 36-16. Heelan up by 20, a minute 40 remaining here in this quarter. They got to get it into somebody. They get it over to Houghton, who's going to go for the shot. Up no good. Rebound is taken by Stanley. That was super close for Kuemper, able to beat out the 5-second violation that time. It'll be Mies back to Stanley. Stanley kicks it over to Demke, who brings it to the half-court line. She's going to try to draw up a play here. Kind of some 4 corners here you can kind of see.
These Heelan girls are really good ball handlers. They take better care of the basketball than Kuemper does, as we get another pass inside and an easy basket and a foul.
So that's Peyton Schermerhorn. So Peyton Schermerhorn from the left block gets it up and in and draws the foul. Brings it up to 38-16 Heelan.
Fouls on Houghton, that's her 3rd foul, I believe, 2nd foul.
Shot is going to be up for Schermerhorn's up no good. A rebound fought for, still being fought for. Bring down by Mies, excuse me. Here comes Schermerhorn, her shot's up no good. And finally, it will be Peter who takes down the rebound. A minute 5 remaining, quarter number 3. Here comes Mayhall. She's going to kick it over to Overmole. Overmole to Houghton. Houghton inside pass to Peter. It's going to be taken away once again. Coming up with it is going to be LaFleur.
Yeah, Sioux City just keeps jumping the passing lanes. We've got to be a lot more conscious of that when we're throwing the pass inside. Nice block by Malek.
Malek with the block on Mies. It'll be Demke, though, going to get the ball over to Stanley. Stanley will take it to the top of the key, driving inside. Stanley bounce pass. Shot is up no good for LaFleur, but she's going to get fouled by Aquette.
Aquette thought she got a clean block on there with 33 seconds now left here in the 3rd quarter. Heelan's up their lead to 38-16 over the night.
So it'll be 5 fouls to 2 for Kuemper compared to Heelan. Again, shot will be up and good for LaFleur. So she'll make it 3 in a row as she extends the Heelan lead 39-16. Another reminder that we have the Mackey Motors postgame show coming up following the 4th quarter. We'll recap this game, potentially have Coach Tryon and one of his players coming on. Up, Malik is just going to swat that one down. Reject the play. It gives Kuemper a chance as Houghton and Aquette Malik confused on who was trying to get the pass that time. It's going to be Stanley with the steal. Demke will take it down for Bishop. Heelan, it's 14 seconds remaining as they're probably going to hold for the final shot here. Demke gets it over to Stanley, top of the key.
Malek again back there in the back of that zone. Get your hands up because those girls are
loose ball.
You, take it away from you.
Here comes Overmole trying to keep control. It is 1 second remaining, and the shot won't even have a chance to go as Catherine Mayhall gives it up that time to Mies, and that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. It is Bishop Heelan 39, Kuemper 16. So we head to the 4th quarter here in 1 minute on Kick 106.7.
From puddings to framing to finish. From puddings to framing to finish. From puddings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. Project design and estimating, friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumber yard.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Here we go.
We are back here on Kick 106.7 here in the 4th quarter now. Final 8 minutes as Kuemper It's taking on Heelan, trailing right now, 39-16. Kuemper with control of the basketball, but it's taken away quickly by Stanley. Stanley right block, gonna get a shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Schermerhorn. That one is up no good. And it'll stay with Heelan.
Another block in there from Malek, but unfortunately Kuemper can't corral the basketball. Heelan inbounding under their own basket.
So it'll be Heelan basketball. Shot's gonna be up for Peck from the right corner. It's up no good. Rebound taken down that time by Glenn. It'll be Mayhall. Mayhall, she's gonna try from three. It's up and good!
Good look, nothing but net.
You can
Knights
tell.
closed the gap down to 20.
I was gonna say, you could tell that she was happy about that one. Her, just a big grin when she drained that one. But it is going to be Lauren Bell picking up the foul. That's number 6 on the Knights here.
Yeah, Catherine hasn't had a lot of open looks, so when she finally got a good one, she was really happy that she was able to drain that one.
Demke will take it for Heelan. Over to Peck again. Peck kicks it over to Stanley, almost taken away by Mayhall. Stanley with it on the left perimeter. She's tied up. She's going to get it over to Demke. Demke bounce pass over to Schermerhorn. Schermerhorn kicks it outside. Shot is up for Meese, and it's up and good.
Yeah, they've had that shot several times tonight. That's one of the few times they've been able to knock it down as they up their lead to 42-19.
So they'll get it over to Bell. Bell over to Overmole. Overmole bounce pass inside.
Nice
shot that time from Glenn is up and good.
That's a really nice pass by Overmole. Drew the defense to her. Glenn cut to the basket and got a nice bank shot for the two-pointer.
3 on the way from Meese. It's going to be up and drained. Back-to-back threes from Meese.
Consecutive times down the court. You start doing that, and then this game's going to change real quick.
Long pass is going to be picked up that time from Glenn. Glenn kicks it over to Overmole on the right wing. Overmole getting over to Malek almost, but it's going to be a jump ball, and it'll favor Kuemper. Substitution coming in. It's Casey Peter coming in for Overmole. So Kuemper right now is getting some good looks, but Bishop Heelan also getting the same good looks as well. I think you can kind of contribute that to just a little bit of tiredness. Both teams are kind of going back and forth here tonight.
Yeah, probably the biggest difference between the two teams. They're both young, they're both quick, they're both fast. Heelan takes much better care of the basketball, and they really get after it on the defensive end.
And you can tell because, I mean, Kuemper's trying to do some of that, passing from their own half court to the other side, trying to play a faster pace, but Heelan has just been like that all night long.
Yeah.
Ball handling very well, passing very well on each side of the court, and as Heelan controls it, it'll be Meese with it. Meese again driving back-to-back threes here.
Heelan may be looking to slow things down just a little bit here.
That's what it looks like. 6:07 remaining. Here comes a shot blocked that time from Stanley. Shot is up no good for, that is going to be Verzal.
Again, and that's just the simple defensive concept. Put your hands up on defense because that middle is wide open when Stanley comes flashing across there, and they're hitting her with it every time. Where if you have your hands out, it doesn't make it near as easy to get that pass into her, and then she can't distribute from there. She hits the free throw.
So Jocelyn Verzal will drain her first free throw of the night. That's her first point of the night as well. 46-21 Heelan. So we'll get another shot, this time from Jocelyn Verzal. Second one is up, and it is good. So she will go 2 for 2 and extend Heelan's lead to 47-21. Mayhall with it, almost losing it a little bit. Bounced off her body that time. She gets it over to Peter. Peter, it's off the foot, but it's going to be picked up that time by Heelan. It's Newberg with it. Newberg will take it down court. Newberg going to have it poked away, and it'll stay Heelan basketball.
Really quick hands again on the defensive end for Heelan. Just knock that ball away. I mean, the minute we put the ball to the floor, they're swatting at it.
So Heelan keeps control of it. 47-21, 5:47 remaining. You got to find someone. They'll get it inside to Stanley. Stanley kicks it outside to Newberg. Back over to Meese to Stanley. Stanley going to try to drive inside, loses the basketball for a quick second. They'll kick it over to Peck on the right corner. Back to Stanley. Up top again to Meese. Back to Peck. Stanley now on the right corner. Stanley with it. Bounce pass over to Meese. Meese driving in, kicks it outside the Peck on the right corner. Shots up and good.
That is what their offense is when it's working well. They draw the defense to them, kick it right back out, and they don't waste any time getting rid of it. I mean, they know the shot's not going to be there, and they fire the ball.
3 threes from Bishop Heelan, including going 2 for 2 in this quarter. 50-21.
Continued defensive pressure forces yet another Kuemper turnover.
So it's 50-21, 5:11 remaining here, and you know, all credit due for Kuemper, keeping Heelan down to a relatively low 50 points. Unity Christian couldn't even keep him down to 50. Unity Christian was 77-70 in that final game against Heelan and Unity Christian. So as the Crusaders have it, ball is going to be knocked out that time. Great defense that time by Peter.
Yeah, Kuemper picking it up a little bit now on the defensive end. That's what we've got to do. You know, at this point, I'll just try to play even with them the rest of the ball game. You're not going to come, you know, down from 29 points down, but
here comes Keel with it. Bounce pass over left corner to Newberg.
Win the next 5 minutes.
Stanley kicks it outside to Keel. Keel with it on the right wing, fighting with it with Mayhall. Keel has got to get it to somebody. She's going to get it over this time to Newberg. Newberg inside pass to Keel, kicks it outside Stanley. Her three is on the way. It's up. No good. Rebound fought for, but it's taken down by the Crusaders. Here comes Stanley with it. Inside to the free throw line. She's blocked by Aquette Malik. Here comes Catherine Mayhall. She's got to watch out. It's a foot race. Tries to kick it over. Great pass that time from the Knights. And laid it up and in is Lauren Bell.
Yeah, really nice pass. Dribble penetration by Kate, and got it off to Lauren Bell for the easy basket. That's it's not so difficult when you do it like that.
Absolutely. Here comes the Crusaders. Stanley losing side of the basketball. It's going to be picked up by Meese. Meese going to try for a short floater. It's up and good.
Yeah, nice dribble penetration by Meese.
Meese with a big quarter so far. 8 points in this fourth. Mayhall with it now. And almost traveling with it, getting it inside to, it's going to be a 2 from the free throw for Bell.
That's one of the better inside-out plays that the Knights have had. They got the basketball inside to Aubrey Hooten. She dished it right back out to Bell for the two-pointer.
Great passing that time from the Knights as Houghton saw that one. So Bell now pulling up, grabbing 4 in this quarter. Knights with it. Cake away that time. It's Bell with it. But it's going to be taken away once again by Newberg. But I believe we'll get a foul on Newberg.
Yep, and that's where, you know, Lauren's got to realize that, you know, I got to protect the dribble a little bit better. I can't stand straight up and down. I've got to, you know, get down low and protect the ball with my offhand. Don't allow him to knock the ball away so easily. But a good hustle play by Lauren Bell.
So Stanley going to come out of the contest for the time being. 20 points, I believe, was her unofficial total tonight. She's just a great athlete for Bishop Heelan. As Mayhall will have it. 3:18 remaining in this contest. Mayhall going to try for an off-balance 2, and she'll get it.
She's laughing as that one goes in. She goes down the court. She kind of got caught in no man's land and let it go, and it went in.
She knew that one was a tough one, but she puts it on, again, to off-balance 2. She'll get it. 52-27, Heelan. 3 minutes even remaining. Demke will get it over to Meese.
Again, I look at the Kuemper girls, and I know I've said it 100 times, their hands are down by their side. You can't play zone defense with your hands at your side. You make yourself twice as big, if not 3 times as big with your hands either as Heelan drains another three-pointer.
Big 3 from Newberg that time. That is going to be her first point of the contest, so she'll have 3 unofficially for Heelan. Mayhall getting over to Houghton, left corner, inside to Malek. Her shot's up, no good. Fighting for it again. Her putback is up and good.
They stayed with it, got the rebound, put it in for 2.
55-29 Heelan. 2:24 remaining. Here is Newberg with it. Newberg tied up right now with Houghton.
The score's getting to be similar to a lot of other games, though, in terms of point differential. They've been between 25 and 40 points in most every one of their ball games.
Demke will take it for Heelan. Demke tied up with Houghton. Bounce pass, this time over to Newberg on the right wing. Newberg inside pass to Verzal. Verzal kicks it outside, left corner to Keel, as she's going to try to drive in for 2. It's up no good. Great rebound that time from Peter.
That was a good, strong rebound. That's what we need.
Peter will give it over, this time to Bell. Bell gets it over back to Peter. She's going to try for 2, but it's taken away. It's going to be kicked outside, and it'll stay with Kuemper.
Casey goes up with a jump shot there, and she goes over that block, and instead she went right into it, and they blocked it out of bounds.
So it will be 29-55. We're going to get more substitutions for, I believe, both teams here. Malik will sit on out. As we got a couple of substitutions, I believe, into the contest also. Klin coming back in. 3 on the way from Houghton, up no good, but rebound taken down by Peter. Her left block floater's up no good, or left block layup, I should say, it's up no good. Here come the Crusaders on the left corner now. It is Keel. Keel gets it over to Demke again. Demke with 1:25. They'll get it over back to Keel. Keel to Demke, top of the key. Demke just dribbling it around. I think right now Heelan just playing for time. 3 attempt though. This time by Newberg's up, no good. Rebound. It's going to be taken down by LaFleur, but she's going to step on the baseline. That'll be Kuemper basketball. You know, you got to look at it this way, Doug. The way that Kuemper's been playing in this quarter has been the best quarter they've had so far, and really shows the potential of what this team can do.
Well, they've been a lot more active on the defensive end, and that's, you know, it maybe doesn't show in the score because Heelan's hit a couple of three-pointers, but.
So it's going to be a taken away. Kylie Derrickson is trying to pass it, but it was Heelan taking it away. Here comes Peck. She'll get it over to Demke. Demke's three is on the way and good.
Yeah, they haven't slowed their game down at all.
47 seconds. Yeah, exactly. We're at 47 seconds remaining now in this game, and Heelan is still all cylinders firing. It is going to be Houghton getting over to Mayhall. Mayhall's going to try for three. It's a big good. Wow.
Okay.
Three from a few feet beyond the arc. He gets it. 58-32, 24 seconds remaining, as this will be Demke with it again.
You'd think they're probably going to run out the clock here, but there again, they just keep running the same offense.
Peck to Demke.
And they're going to hold it now.
And they're going to hold it.
10
wow.
seconds left in the ballgame.
Back to Demke. Or Peck, I should say. So Kuemper's not going to stop the defense, I guess, but here we go. Demke now will hold for it. So that is going to do it. Wild Kuemper Knights do lose 58-32. It is going to be a final. So we have our Mackey Motors post-game show coming up here in just a few moments. Don't go too far. We got that coming up next on Kick 106.7.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
At the Present Company, we will help you transition your home and wardrobe with the changing seasons. Hi, this is Andrea. Whether you're looking to get warm and toasty this winter, or it's time for a light and airy lift this spring, shop our collection of boutique-styled clothing, gorgeous accessories, and purses. Add personal style to your home with unique home decor pieces that will warm your rooms from wall to wall. Infuse your home and your wardrobe with style from the Present Company in Audubon.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve.
And if you see Mrs. Martha Stout out and about, please wish her a very happy birthday.
Oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your families. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people in life. Every stage of life, always with the goals. Always St. Anthony.
This is Iowa, and Avelo Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avelo Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. Or even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avelo Bank, member FDIC.
And we want to welcome you here to the Mackey Motors post-game show. Find your roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Tyler Bruder, Doug Wenninger joining you here from Kuemper Catholic High School, here to wrap up our coverage of the girls' game. We'll have Tyler Tryon, one of his girls, coming up halftime on the boys' game. But you know, I look at this game, Doug. Heelan coming off some impressive wins already this season, and Kuemper able to hold him off to 58 and score 32 against them.
Well, you know, they did what they could against a pretty good team. Hopefully, you know, what you want to take away from this is what can you learn about our abilities and what do we need to get better at. And from this ball game, I can see we need to learn how to shoot a lot better, but just take care of the basketball. You know, little simple things like dive for the loose balls, you know, go receive the basketball when somebody's throwing it to you, crisper passes, you know, all-out hustle all the time. I mean, when you're playing against a team like that, you don't have a dull moment. I mean, I've been watching a lot of wrestling lately, and it's just like when wrestlers come out of a head tie and, you know, one wrestler goes right back at it. that's what Heelan does. They don't take a break in between anything, and our girls got to get used to playing at that level. They got to play with that kind of intensity.
Absolutely, and there's going to be good takeaways from this team, but I don't think Tyler Tryon and the girls should hang their heads on this loss.
No.
For a Bishop Heelan team that defeated Unity Christian, Cherokee Washington, two teams that made the semifinal and won the championship game last year, holding them to 58 points when Unity Christian couldn't even do the same, is something to be proud of. But again, there's going to be things to work on. Like you said, the passing, creating those passing lanes, coming towards the passes when they happen, and just scoring. Those are going to be the biggest things to watch out for.
Yep, and like I said, it's just playing stronger, knowing the game a little bit more. We don't have a lot of depth, so the girls are probably going to get a little bit tired. But, I noticed Coach did a really good job of rotating them in and out, and but just a lot of little things. I know I said it several times in the broadcast as well, keeping your hands up on defense. If you're going to play a zone defense, that's the number one rule. Make yourself as big as you can make yourself, and, close off all those passing lanes. Be active with your feet, things like that. So, long way to go in those areas, but those are the easiest things to improve upon is hustle. I mean, you can't become a great shooting team, over Christmas break.
Yeah.
But you can become a lot better defensive team by just saying, listen, I got to pick up my intensity. Anybody can do that.
Absolutely.
So that's probably the area that they need to work on, that I think they can make the quickest gains on.
Unofficial scoring stats here for tonight. For the Bishop Heelan Crusaders, Maddie Demke getting 3 points here for today. Lauren Peck with 8. Brooklyn Stanley with a game-high 22 points here for tonight. Kenley Mees with 10 points. Joseph Verzal with 2 points. Peyton Schermerhorn with 6. Jada Newberg with 3. And Lauren LaFleur with 4. For the Kuemper Knights here for tonight, Aquit Malik with 2 points. Catherine Mayhall with a team-high 17 points. Aubrey Huden with 3. Lauren Bell with 6. And Franny Glynn with 4 unofficially. Let's get to our Motor Inn player of the game, because, of course, we got the boys game coming up here in a few moments. I think we're in kind of agreement, Doug, here for tonight. The one player who I think night in and night out does make the difference and did a phenomenal job tonight of seeing the passing lanes and at least trying to get her team back up top was Catherine Mayhall.
Catherine's a little quarterback on the field. I mean, she's, a very good basketball player. And, she does what she can. I mean, she had a few turnovers and such tonight, but in the situation where she's at, she's got to handle the ball a lot, and she's got to make things happen. And when you do that, you're probably going to have a few turnovers. But she scored 15 points, got some good looks. The thing I like about Catherine is it doesn't matter what happens. She's still playing the game. She doesn't ever hang her head. She never quits hustling. She's the real team leader on this team tonight. And, I thought Franny Glenn did a good job on the boards tonight. I don't keep track of rebounds. I don't know how anybody keeps stats while they're doing and calling a ball game. I never figured that out, but I know that most of them do. But I'm guessing she had 8-10 boards tonight. Yeah. I thought she had a pretty good ball game too, but I got to agree with you. I think Catherine's the player of the game.
I do want to tip my cap to Bell and Glenn and Casey Peter. Had some very strong rebounds for the Knights, but I think Catherine Mayhall just had an overall really strong game against one of the better teams in Class 4A, Bishop Heelan, here for tonight. Do want to remind you, we will have Coach Tryon actually here with us right now, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in 1 minute. We'll get them ready and set up here for a quick interview here on Kick 106.7.
You want it?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
People want to deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Drees Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Drees Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
How are you doing? Good. Like doing well? How are you?